Today we're gonna be here at Epcot or Epcot Center, depending on what era of Epcot you grew up in. Hi everybody, welcome to the world of Micah and welcome to Epcot Center, where today we're going to be traveling around Epcot and seeing how much of it has changed since opening year 1982. Let's take a closer look. Let's take a closer look. First photo I want to show you guys is right here. Right up there is the Monorail Station. As you guys can see, the shell of the building is exactly the same. Spaceship Earth to the far left. But it's cool seeing what the tram looked like back then. Same shape. I'm sure it had different colors. Now obviously this is a black and white photograph. But it's just cool to see that people back in 1982 were still traveling to Epcot the same way we do here in the year 2019. Today is going to be so much fun. Now right here you can see they had the opening dedication October 24th, 1982. 23 days after Epcot officially opened to the public. The first stop's going to be right here, right in front of the infamous ball, or Spaceship Earth, depending on what your family calls it. And this is long before these huge Leave a Legacy spires were here. Opening day, they had a little ceremony that took place right over here. There were television crew members, news stations, all kinds of people out here to see the grand opening of Walt Disney World's new theme park, Epcot Center. As you can see, they had a little stage set up and they had some cast members up here doing a dance and song number. Look right over there at the fountain. There used to be these huge glass spires that had the Epcot symbol going all around. They have removed those, and as you guys can see, the palm trees no longer exist on both sides of Spaceship Earth. But what a cool photo this is, to see the huge blimp up on the left hand side there. There's some birds in the far right top of Spaceship Earth, and to see the Epcot logo swarming all over with the banners and the spires. What an awesome time and moment for Epcot Center. And another angle of the stage and the performers was right here. As you can see, the palm trees straight ahead are completely gone. The stage is gone. You can see those spires, but they really only put that stage up for the day. But to the right of it, you can see the monorail beam is still here. Spaceship Earth still here. Quite a few things have changed. Not a whole lot, but this was a pretty cool angle from that opening day celebration. Now as you guys can see, the fountain still remains here, pretty much the exact same, but right up there, were the glass spires with the Epcot Center logo. I wish they would bring those back. I mean, they were glass and they were see-through. It wasn't really blocking this huge attraction right here. I don't know why they took them down. I don't know. If you know, or you have any ideas, comment below. Now I found a really cool photo from the very first family who ever visited here at Epcot Center, and their name were the Casein Family. And I'm gonna show you guys where this photo I found of them walking into the park was taken. Right about here is where that photo was taken. The Casein family, the very first family to ever enter Walt Disney World's Epcot Center. Right here, they were walking with some newscasts and probably some VIP tour guides, some Disney ambassadors, as they were leaving Spaceship Earth. Now you can see a lot has changed in this area. The Penn Station right over here did not exist, nor did the little overhang. But the building right there in the background for Spaceship Earth and Spaceship Earth itself still remains pretty much the same. Pretty crazy. All this stuff blocking, and back in the day there was none of this. So crazy. It's even crazier to think that that was the very first family to ever step foot in this park. I wonder if they ever come back and tell the cast members here that they were the very first family to ever visit Epcot Center back in 1982. Now this is pretty crazy. All the trees have completely blocked off the land pavilion, especially in this spot right here where this photo was taken. Now you can see straight ahead the land sign has changed, but it's in the same spot. and they've added a designated wheelchair area right there. But the shape of the building is exactly the same. Now it's funny, they had some palm trees right behind that land sign, but they've removed those and they've added all these other trees that are completely blocking the land building itself. Crazy, right? How back in 1982 the focus was the building, and right now as you're walking towards it, you really don't know what you're walking towards until you get to the top. Now I'm going to show you guys another angle which kind of resembles what this photograph looked like. Now if you get back here, as you can see as I'm zooming in, you can see the top of the building, but I kind of wish you could just see that whole building like you did back in 1982, right? Because it's a really, really cool building. The architecture is amazing. Now the closer you get to the building, you get a better shot of what it looks like. I just can't get over the architecture, man. I love Epcot architecture. It's one of my favorite things about the park. Everything's just so classic and futuristic all at the same time. I can't pinpoint whether it's still futuristic or if it's considered retro now, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Now the inside of the land has definitely seen some changes in its day, but the overall look and architecture really hasn't seen much. It's mostly just small cosmetic things, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of what I'm talking about right now. Now right here is the staircase that this family was looking down on, and they used a very, 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 very different lens for this, so I'm just going to kind of show you the picture and then just point out some things. As you guys can see in the photo, these guys are still in there. The window up there still looks the same. Now that right over there, Seasons, was the farmer's market. And as you guys can see, all the little tables had these little umbrellas over them. It's pretty cool. And then right down here was a little water fountain. How wild is that? And right over here was a painted mural on both sides of the ceiling. And that mural has been replaced, as you guys can see. But little fun fact for you, those hot air balloons up there represent all the different seasons you have. Spring, winter, summer, and fall. Kind of cool, huh? This is like the closest I can get to the angle of the photo. They used a weird fisheye wide-angle lens on that photograph, but I liked it because it showed pretty much everything all in one photo. Well, that was fun visiting the land, but now let's journey into our imagination and go visit our old friend Dreamfinder and Figment at the Imagination Pavilion and see how much has changed since 1982. Well, journey into imagination, you've seen quite a few changes since 1982. The shell of the building is pretty much the exact same, and I love how the red and orange colors are still there. The sign over here to the left is completely different. The palm tree is completely gone. There's no longer a trash can here, which is fine. Those things can be moved around. But over to the right-hand side, those trees are still here after all this time, right there. Pretty crazy. Did you guys ever get to ride the original Journey into Imagination with Dreamfinder and Figment? I believe I did. And by I believe I did, I really don't remember. I was a small child when I first came to Walt Disney World, and I want to say it was around 92. So did I miss the original one? Let me know in the comments. I know this ride has taken quite the change in the last 35, 36 years. And I wonder why they got rid of that palm tree that was right over here. Weird. But one thing that's a blast from the past that's still here is the original restrooms, telephone, signage they had. Look at that. Does that not scream 1982? It's pretty funny that they're still advertising a telephone being used, and you can find that telephone right over there. Here now in the former Communicore building, and there's a cool timeline in here that will show you different things of Epcot history. And using our trusty timeline of Epcot Center, we can see May of 2006, the Land Pavilion got a new look. So that's when they updated everything to what it is now. Kind of wish they would have left it the way it was. Just my personal opinion. Well, if you're looking for something that remains from Communicore, you can always come over here next to the Starbucks and see the original emblem. That's the original symbol for Communicore. And the building is right there in the distance. Now, long before this was Test Track, this was originally the World of Motion. As you guys can see, the shell of the building is pretty much the same, but Test Track has definitely made some changes. I'm gonna try and show you guys exactly where a photo was taken to show you what it looked like back in 1982. But I'll be honest with you, I believe the walkway here has changed since 1982 as well. I want to say the photo was probably taken in this general area. Now, as you guys can see in the photo, a lot has changed. The front of it was almost unrecognizable, but if you peer off in the distance and you look in the very, very back, you can see the shell of the building is still the same from World of Motion. And right there in the middle, they had a little track, and you can see the little vehicles going up into the attraction. The sign right where Test Track is exactly where the original World of Motion sign was. And they've gotten rid of the palm trees here on the side. It's crazy to think so much can change in a course of over 30 years. In fact, I know this has changed because right where those people are just walking, there used to be an indention in the concrete right over there, and that is no longer there. And there also used to be another indention just like this one further down. That's no longer there. Right here on the trash can, you can see the original World of Motion logo. And besides the building shape on the outside, it's the only thing that's left from World of Motion. All right, Future World, that about does it. Now time to move on to the World Showcase, where I'm going to be showing you guys one photo that I found that really just blew my mind, and I wanted to show you guys this photo. Now, a lot has not really changed from the World Showcase, to be honest. A few attractions have come and gone. Really, the only thing that's changed within the World Showcase is overgrowth. More stands, more food stands, more merchandise stands. You guys get the picture. I want to show you guys a photo and show you really how empty the World Showcase was when it first opened in the year 1982. And we've got to travel over to England. Now pay attention to this building that's here in the Canadian Pavilion, because I'm going to be referencing this building here shortly when we arrive in England. All right, we have arrived here in England, and now to show you guys a photo that I found that really shows how overgrown the World Showcase has become. As you guys can see in this photograph, look to the far left of the screen, the trash can, the light pole, and even the old telephone booths are in the exact same spot, but keep looking in the distance. Remember that building from Canada I told you to find? Well, it's back there. You just can't see it because of all the overgrown trees, shrubbery, different buildings they've added, and all the pop-up booths to sell things. That's so incredible. And as you guys can see on the bottom, the street still lines up the exact same. Incredible. When I found this on the internet, I was like, all right, this is it. This pretty much sums up the entire World Showcase and how much it's changed since 1982. And yes, that is a meetable character that you could have met back in the day here at Epcot. They had the weird heads, and they were all representing the different countries. Right now, I'm trying to figure out if you can even see that building from over here anymore. Well, there it is. You got a peek right through those trees. You guys see it? Can you see that building from Canada that I showed you earlier? Well, used to, as you guys could see in that photograph, it was not so hidden like it is now. But maybe that's a good thing, because now it seems like when you're walking around the World Showcase, you really are getting fully immersed into each country, and you can't really see the different countries unless you walk over here to the lagoon. See, I don't really mind seeing all the different countries here from the lagoon, because it's kind of a unity thing. It kind of feels like we're all brought together here in a huge circle that could represent Earth. But when you're over here in Canada, I don't really think they want you to just look over your shoulder anymore and see the UK. So it totally makes sense why everything has totally overgrown and blocked out the fact that you could see each country standing in a different country. Well, you guys, I think we did it. I think I successfully showed you everything I wanted to show you in this video, which means it's time to say goodbye. But if you enjoyed this episode, please give it a big thumbs up. And feel free to comment below what your favorite part of the video was. If you haven't yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button because it's free. It'll keep you updated with my latest video, and also make sure you ring that notification bell. If you would like to support this channel, please visit my Patreon page at patreon.com/worldofmicah. We're donating $1 a month can help fund episodes just like this. I'll see you on the next episode of World of Micah, everybody. Until then, stay weird. Goodbye.